Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen, and what I'm going to be making for you today is homemade meatloaf. We're going to be using a pound of lean ground beef, which is 3 cups. We're going to be using a cup of bread crumbs, and stale breadcrumbs is good. We're going to be using half a pack, about a tablespoonful and a half of onion soup mix, and a half a cup of ketchup, which you could also substitute that with pasta sauce. We're going to be using 2 large eggs and just dump them right in. And then you're going to mix all this together. You're going to just use your hand. You don't need to use a spoon or anything, because you got to get it all incorporated. You don't want to over mix it as well, because ground beef will be a little tough for you if you over mix it. So just enough till it's all combined together. So you're going to mix it like that, and that's about enough there. And what we're going to do now, we're going to shape this into a loaf, and we're going to put it into our loaf pan. I got a meatloaf pan, but you can also use a bread pan. Okay, so what you're going to do now is take it out of your bowl and shape it into a loaf, but you're going to flatten it into your loaf pan and shape it around. Now, if you don't have a meatloaf pan like this, you can use a bread pan, which is just the bottom part of this one, and put a bit of parchment paper in there, because you don't want your meatloaf to burn to the bottom. So while we're doing this, I just want to talk a little bit about if you want to substitute some of the ingredients. If you don't want to use soup onion mix, you could use a small onion with chopped up in small pieces, and you can use pasta sauce if you didn't want to use ketchup. But this recipe is calling for this. It's going to look something like that in the pan. You want to flatten it down nice so that it's all shaped. I'm going to put about 3 grates of pepper over the top, and I'm going to put it in a preheated oven of 350 for 1 hour. You won't need any longer than that for this amount. You can check it. It'll have a golden brown on top, and then after it's done, we'll take it out and let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. Again, just shape it into your pan like this. Now I'm going to place it into my oven. Okay, our meatloaf is cooked, so this is what it's going to look like there. I'm going to check it with my knife, coming out clean, and I'm going to also cut it a little bit around the sides before you either pull it out of your container or dump it out, whichever is easier for you. If you're using a loaf pan like this, you will pull it out. If you're using a regular bread pan, remember to let it cool, because this drains off any excess grease or sauce that you don't need. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like there. Okay, so we'll let our meatloaf cook for 1 hour at 350 degrees of heat, and I'm going to cut a couple of slices here now and pull this out onto my plate. I'm going to be serving mine with a side of potato. So put it there, and a little bit there. Okay, now I'm going to have a scoop, 2 scoops of potato, and I'm going to pour a little bit of gravy over the top of this. So now this is your after work meal. You could have it your Sunday meal. It doesn't make no difference. It's quick and easy to make. It took probably 10 minutes to mix everything together and an hour to cook. You can serve it with gravy, mashed potatoes, or you can use it, serve it with spaghetti or pasta with pasta sauce. I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube. My recipe will be under the video, and it'll give you some instructions there on this quick and easy meal. If you wanted to prepare it the night before, you can do that. Place it in your fridge and then pop it in the oven after work at that evening. So please try this recipe, share it with your family and friends. Thank you for joining me once again for Bonita's Kitchen, and you have a wonderful day.